So Caitlin Clark has won another Player of the Week, and if you agree that she's been one of the best players and deserving it, is subscribe. We're trying to hit 31,800 subscribers by the end of the day, lads. But Caitlin Clark averaging 24.3 points. The week was August 26th to September the 1st. 4.33 points made per game, 9 assists per game, 5 rebounds, and 1.3 steals per game. Yeah, these stats are crazy. In fairness, though, A'ja Wilson's stats were equally as crazy in the West, and this was an all WNBA Player of the Week. Yeah, you give it to A'ja Wilson. You just go and you give it to A'ja Wilson. But I will say, there is one player that I think got robbed, but I really would have loved to have seen them win Player of the Week, is Kelsey Mitchell. I really hope Kelsey Mitchell gets the August Player of the Month. I really do. I hope that as much as Caitlin Clark probably would deserve it, Kelsey Mitchell also deserves it. I would love it if I really would love it to see Kelsey Mitchell win Player of the Month, because you can't play as well as Kelsey Mitchell has and come away with nothing from it. But anyway, let's talk about this week. This week was a crazy old week, and obviously, let's see. I assume in Reddit there's going to be some Kelsey Mitchell posts, which I understand. I would love to have seen it. Insane stat lines, witnessing greatness, and I mean, look, we are arguably witnessing the greatest player of all time in A'ja Wilson. There is a good chance that she goes down as the greatest player of all time. I don't think they have much of a chance of winning this year, because I just don't think the Aces are that good. I think she's that good. I don't think the Aces are that good. And I think one of the problems is the Aces are almost force-feeding her rather than but they need to force-feed her, because if they don't, they're struggling to win. I just don't think this is the greatest constructed team in the world. But Caitlin Clark averaging, she averaged 36 and 13. It would be very interesting to see. And this is both players. Caitlin Clark averaged the same thing last week. She averaged 25 and 9 last week. So it's since the break, you can argue these have been the two best players in the W. Fee Collier's been brilliant too. Kelsey Mitchell's been brilliant. They are my 4. If you could pick a 4 since the break, it is those 4. Satu's been exceptional as well. Let's not get it twisted. Satu's been brilliant. Arike has had some really, really good games since the break as well. But it's been those 2 players. And in my opinion, the all WNBA first team is as good as, I think, there are 4 players that are as good as set. Caitlin Clark, A'ja Wilson, Fee Collier, and Sabrina Ionescu. And I think Breanna Stewart probably. That is my very much set in stone all W first team. And then on the second team, you've got you can't not put Caitlin Clark in the first team all W. You just can't. You can't. She's been that good. And by the way, there's only one scenario where A'ja Wilson doesn't win MVP right now. And is if for people being okay, say if the Minnesota Lynx end up as the 2nd seed and Las Vegas end up as the 6th seed. 1, that's never going to happen. And 2, you're seeing they're 20 and 12 with 8 games to go. But they're 3.5 games off. They're 3.5 games ahead of the Fever. If Indiana finish ahead of Vegas, which involves beating them twice, which they're not going to do. They're not going to win both of those games. But let's just say hypothetically, Indiana beats Vegas twice. And Indiana go and clean out the season. They've got 7 games to go. They win all 7 games and end up with a 24 and 16 record, good enough for 4th place. And you're looking, and what are they? They're 8 and they end the season 15 and 2. And Caitlin Clark is continuing to average these numbers. That is the only way she loses MVP. Because if they're the 4th seed with how A'ja Wilson been playing, she's fine. She's fine. She's going to get that. Look, she's going to set the all-time record in points per game. She's going to set the all-time record in total points. She would have set the all-time record in total rebounds, but obviously Angel Reese is out rebounding her. But we're looking now at Caitlin Clark, who's going to very comfortably she needs to average 5 assists a game to set the all-time record. And I think there is a little bit, between her and in assists per game. I think there's a little bit of a difference between, she's nearly an entire assist a game ahead of Alyssa Thomas. It's just not happening. Alyssa Thomas is not, there is no way she's catching up. So it's they're both going to break individual records, but it's ages to lose. But I will say this player of the week it's been ridiculous. And that's where the issue is you can only give one player of the week. which she should have won before the break. But I still would love to see Kelsey Mitchell win one. Like, look, Caitlin Clark's going to be Rookie of the Year. She's going to be all W first team. I really want to see Kelsey Mitchell make that second team. I really do. Like, I think for the second team, Nneka Nwumeke is a guarantee. I think Alyssa Thomas, if she doesn't make the first team, is a guarantee. I think Jonquil Jones may be a guarantee. Don't know entirely. Nneka Nwumeke, if I said Nneka Nwumeke, I think she might be a guarantee. Kat Copper is a guarantee. But then you're like, there are some players that maybe not, like your Jonquil. I would love to see Kelsey Mitchell. And if they even end up as the 5th seed, I think they get 2 all WNBA team members. I think Kelsey Mitchell makes it, which I would love to see as well. Because one, Kelsey Mitchell's not going anywhere. But I do like seeing Kelsey Mitchell get, like, at the start of the year, I was a huge, like, not fan of Kelsey Mitchell. But the way she's come out of the break, I think she does not get the credit she deserves for how she's changed her game. People are like, oh, she was always a scorer. She always did this. But it's like, it's not that she's scoring. It's how she's scoring. And that's what's changed this team so much. It's not that she is averaging like 5 more points per game. It's how she's averaging 5 more points per game. She's doing it efficiently. She is the bailout option for the team, but she's also a really good off-the-ball player. She's became a non-existent off the ball player, from a player who got almost no scores via cuts, no scores in these situations, to, you could argue, one of the best off-the-ball players in the WNBA. She has made that big leap. But the leap in Caitlin Clark's game has been crazy. The Indiana Fever are 8-2 in their last 10. They're 17-6, I think, in their last 23. Am I right in that? So they're 1-9. They were 2-9. So they're 1-8. So they lost 8. Sorry, they're 16-8. 16-8. Yeah, they're 16-8. Or they were. Oh, what's it? Like 15-6 maybe. Like they're ridiculously high. The only teams that have been better than them since that horrible start have been, I think, the Liberty. I think the Liberty, since that horrible start, is the only team that's been better than them, because the Suns started off 10-0. They've lost 8 games in that spell. I legitimately think that since their crazy start, the only team that are better than them are the Liberty, which is a testament to how good this Caitlin Clark is. But she's the 3rd player on the Fever to have won. It's the 3rd time a Fever player's won Player of the Week. Aaliyah Boston won Player of the Week earlier in the year, which was well deserved. I just would have liked to have seen a 3rd different player win it, because look, I'm cool with her. Like, as long as it wasn't like she got absolutely robbed the last time where they played her video. Other than that, I'm not really too bothered. She's got her Player of the Week. I'll be happy out if Kelsey Mitchell wins every other award for the rest of the year and the Indiana Fever go and make a run for the championship. That's all that really matters at this stage. But anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.